The Portuguese reach out for peace. I'm sure they do. We have defeated the Portuguese in Africa and they've started negotiations to settle for a peace agreement. It is now high time for us to reach out to the authorities of the fatherland in order to ask them to draft a formal peace agreement. Some voices, however, are claiming that relying on people back in Germany is a wasted effort, when the officers of Mittelafrika know the situation on the ground much better than any bureaucrat in Germany could, and thus are calling for terms of the peace agreement to be made in Mittelafrika and then only sent to Germany as a fait accompli. We'll leave the drafting to the authorities that will be in Germany, or the agreement will be made in Mittelafrika and then sent back home. That loses stability. No. We'll go home. Germany sends the peace proposal. The Colonial Office in Berlin sent us the terms they have set for the Portuguese. They demand that Portugal cede the entirety of Mozambique, which will be incorporated into Middle Africa. While it's expected of us to send the demands over to the Portuguese in their current form, there are still voices clamouring for us to exercise the sovereignty of our administration by making different demands to the Portuguese than those specified by the Colonial Office. That's going to bring us down to -35, but then we'll be at peace. Done. Portugal has begrudgingly agreed to sign the peace agreement and thus both accept our demands and destroy any remaining Portuguese threat to administration. What a glorious day. Unfortunately, we didn't get this bit, which is the bit I was actually after. But hey, we got some new turf. And the border attacks have gone. So stability should now start ratcheting up. We are no longer in immediate danger. Victory is ours! Yeah, Angola. We didn't get Angola, unfortunately. Considering we're on the verge of getting it. Right, so the Navy can go and park up. You guys did well. I think that this was actually in large part due to naval affairs, because the Navy stopped any reinforcements getting through. I still quite like the port down here. Well, no, this stuff is a lot closer. Let's park you in Lagos. You go back to training and we can stop buying in oil from you. We can tell our Air Force to stop. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is have you guys positioned around here because I still do not trust you, Portugal. Go back to normal attack. Go back to normal attack. Ah. There. Wait, what? Go there. Then go there. There we go. Now, was that so hard? And then you just take the coast. Perfect. And then you give me one person to cover that. And take that. Simples. Right, then my militia units. What's most likely to be the next aggressive thing? We're going to hold up against Egypt. They feel like the most belligerent at the moment. Maybe Somalia. And then everybody else should be able to get out and come defend us again. So, League of Eight Provinces, you are now making a good push. We need to... Lend-Lease never stopped. Perfect. Okay, good. Then we shall continue. And we are at -5 stability. That's not going to go down any further. As I said, I don't consider us to be in danger anymore. We have overcome the two greatest threats that Mittelafrika can have. Goring and implosion. I bought No Step Back just for Kaiserreich and I tried it, played as Qing and ended up giving up since I felt intimidated by the changes. It's been suggested to me to not play in China because the railroads there are still not in a very good state. So play anywhere except for the Far East. Charlotte. How do you win this war? Do you have to attack Portugal? No, you just need to take their colonies, as you just saw. I like the shirt. Yeah. So when I did the Grandest virtual party, Paradox flew me out to Stockholm to help out with that. As some of you may know, I'm the community ambassador for Europa Universalis, and they stupidly gave me the keys to the merchandise store. I was like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that, and they were like, yeah, okay. Princely Federation declared war on Mysore. Okay. So even though I should have been coming back with a bunch of EU4 kit, I was like, I also want Hearts of Iron stuff. I also got, and this is probably one of the 3 coolest things that Paradox has. Just need to make some space here, pause the game real quick, because I'm destroying my desk to do this. I don't know how people get these, but I got a... can't really see it. Europa Universalis 4 mouse map, which is a map, and it looks really cool. I don't know how much of that you can really see. Hang on. I have a way of, clicking on things. Let's go to this. There we go. Which is pretty cool. So we left Angola to Portugal. It's a bit weird. Yeah. I suspect that's the Colonial Office thing. If you make the peace deal yourself, you could probably decide what you want to demand from them. But then the Kaiser might get pissed if you... I don't know, would the Kaiser be pissed if you take too much? Or only pissed if you take too little? But also there was the stability costs to consider. Right, now to put my desk back together again. Alright, I think we're about there. He'd be pissed you went against his word. I mean, yeah, that's true. The Russian state took 11 states. Donkoban Union have been annexed. And Belgian investments done. I need to go back to the Hearts of Iron thing. There we go. Full-size Mordred. A rare treat. And then the other thing, which you may have seen from other content creators, is the EU4 blanket. That thing is quite possibly the most comfortable item I've ever had. It's incredibly soft and it's pretty awesome. So we can do the Belgian resource companies. Do we have access to anything else now that we've taken down Belgium? Not really. No, we just need the 1938 budget, which is actually not going to be too far off. Then we have a whole bunch of things that we can develop at that point. So let's continue with the resource companies, I think. 1938 is when we can do the African Landtag as well. Yeah, so if you go National Populists, which basically is if you keep going around, then you do this line. And if you're not National Populist, which we're not, then you do these. And you know what? I'm going to officially sanction the Anglo Security Forces. Reichspakt and the Entente don't have that much anonymity against each other. While some may see the militarization of the British settlers as a threat, we see it as an opportunity. A large armed, conservative and white population can reinforce our rule and protect against the native uprisings. We should grant our official blessing to these organizations. 56 days, though. When do we get an E4 body pillow? Hey Garrus, how you doing? Oh, I don't think you heard it when I said it yesterday, but I was following your thread on the Wehrmacht US Army fight against the SS. Very cool stuff. I had heard the story before, but not in such detail. I'm surprised they haven't made a film about that yet. Or have they? Are there any films of that? Insulindia declared war on the Dutch East Indies. Everyone's getting involved in the various uprisings and civil wars. How's Dutch East Asia doing? Yeah, Dutch East Asia. That's what it should be. German East Asia doing. Definitely looks like League of Eight Provinces is beating Left Commandang now. That's good. So I would say that Germany is in the ascendant everywhere so far. And we... Oh, you know what? I should have done war economy. Ah, war economy doesn't give me actual war economy. However, it does now give base stability. So that's interesting. That focus has completely changed. And we have to do this while the paternal autocrats and the national populists are in charge. So instead of giving me the next war economy, it apparently maxes out with partial. It gives me stability and factories instead, which I kind of prefer. My stability's not great. The Insulindian National Revolution. Insulindia has been one of the oldest European colonies, coming under the rule of the Dutch government in 1800 and the rule of the Dutch East India Company far earlier. The state of affairs may not last much longer, however, as amid a background of growing instability and anger, the Dutch colonial overlords, Sukarno, one of the most influential figures in the Insulindian independence movement, led an armed uprising to drive out colonial forces and declared the beginning of the Insulindian National Revolution. No films? That's unfortunate. Can I send volunteers? I don't think I have a big enough army. Oh, I do. Oh, I stand corrected. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, let's unassign all of my top commanders, because we can now send different people out. And let's look into doing that. So we're going to send one of my actual train divisions, and in fact, the rest of you I want training. You can form a new unit. You can go to these guys. With their volunteers, might as well. And then German East Asia, you get a unit. Can't, because they're an ally. And then... Dutch East Indies? Whoa! CSA kicking ass! Huh. Probably help the Kingdom of Spain. Yeah. Tempted to go and help Austria. And then I think I am going to send to the Dutch East Indies. Although I don't know how much use they are going to be if they even survive. Yeah, it's only German East Asia I can't do, but what I can do for German East Asia is send them a Lend-Lease. I'm going to send you 40% of my guns. Because I pretty much finished the battles in my neck of the woods, I believe. The fall of Batavia. Today it was announced that Batavia, the centre of the Dutch East Indies, has fallen. The city has been under the control of the Dutch since 1619, rising to become the jewel of the Dutch Empire in the region. Its proclamation from the Palais de Koningsplein, the Insulindian general in charge of the occupation attempted to reassure the local population, promising that no harm would come to them. So I hope we can arrive in time for Palembang to hold. Losing Batavia, though, is a blow. Although we still have Surabaya, that's true. We might be able to go and retake Batavia if we can bail these two out. That's a loss, though. Cavalry and Marines. Oof. Go back up speed 4. Right, aeroplanes. I think I would like to send some here. We can send 13. Let's send tactical bombers. You don't seem to have any air bases down there. Although Singapore is an air base, but no. And then we have got the Kingdom of Spain, which I think I'm going to send 13 fighters to add a little bit more superiority. Yeah, man, Floyd Olsen getting absolutely hammered here. I didn't see this going as badly as it is. Alright, all of my armies are starting to arrive. So the important one is this one. So you're going to be under command of Junger, and you're going to have the Field Marshal as well. Of which we only actually have one. And you can be in charge of trying to push out to here, I'd say. Then Dutch East Indies, we have a guy in Surabaya. This is going to be another one that's going to be a close run thing, so I think we're going to send von Hippel to you. And we'll also do a staff office plan. Spain. Spain I would quite like to try and push out to Oviedo if I can. And we'll bring in Desna for you. And then Austria. Go and take those out. And you can have Rando. Oh, the general called Kraut. My name is German. I know. Kraut is not actually German. Olsen dies of cancer early, I think. Olsen's in remission. Debuff's quite large, even if it is temporary. Well, it's definitely a pretty negative effect for the USA. Alright, you're in position soon. You are already in position, you are fully prepared. Attack, give him a hand. You are ready. Attack. Well, actually, no, you're not ready because you haven't arrived yet. Whereas you have. You guys have not yet, so definitely do not begin anything. And then Australasia, Austria, even. Dominion of India declared war on Nepal. Alright, you guys arrive tomorrow. You have not arrived. Well, I'm going to tell you to attack regardless. Federal collapse. It appears the federal government is on its last legs in the American Civil War. That's got to be the quickest American Civil War I've ever seen. It's going to be over before 1938. And what is left is the last remnants of the army is now demoralized and suffering from mass desertions, but holding out against all hope the miracle might save them. Well, the Canadians aren't even going to have time to organize a southern expedition. And there it is, it's over. 20th of October 1937. Floyd doomed America to communism. The end of the Americans. This means that America's going to be super strong because they're going to have so much time to recover. Uh-oh. The Second American Civil War, the bloodiest conflict to ever descend in the New World, is over. And as sobbing widows bury their dead husbands and sons, the last traces of the old regime being swept away by the American Revolution, headed by the Combined Syndicates of America. Very double plus on good. Dominion of India declared war on Baratia. If you guys could give me a hand here, we can cut this guy off. He's fully supplied. Or even if you take that, that would be even better. So Dutch are still fighting over here. Do they have any ports? No. So their lives are basically a ticking time bomb. I'm actually tempted to make this a force attack. Let's ensure that these guys get tip-top access to guns, seeing as we're only actually producing 10% of our total weaponry now. And weapon shortages are likely. However, once League of Eight Provinces fight is over, we won't be exporting 50% of our weaponry anymore. And I feel like Germany East Asia needs to keep their weapons coming in, especially as... Cut off, old man. That's gonna doom you. Yeah, Germany East Asia's lost already. Austria took 15 states. Hungary have been annexed, so one of my guys is on his way home. How is this guy holding out so well? I was at full organisation. This is only a militia unit. And we have a better general. Okay, you've done that already. In that case, yeah, you can help out in taking this out. You are helping attack that, but not really being very successful. Meanwhile, we are very definitely pushing the Carlists northwards. Let's do a staff office plan to get you prepared. Nice and quickly, seeing as the Dutch have seen fit to not defend these areas. Probably because they want to kill that guy, and I kind of get that. Okay, so we can get this war economy, which give us that extra military factory, and also that stability, which will be very, very handy. War is inevitable, and time is precious. In the Weltkrieg, we gained a great advantage by mobilizing faster than the British in Africa. We must be the first to mobilize in this next war as well. Volunteer units arrived, back home. There we go. Let's go and help out here. Make sure we destroy this unit before these guys have a chance to mobilize and mount a rescue. Go ahead and begin the computing machine. And now I think it is going to be time for me to get the Ottavi Minen- und Eisenbahngesellschaft, which will give us more construction speed for all of the factories. And infrastructure construction too. And we're up to 10 civilian factories now. Our economy is growing quite strongly. 98, 99, dead. Alright, well done, team. Well done indeed. Let's go and see if we can get Batavia. Unfortunately, you're going to lose all of those units. And then there's going to be a hell of a fight for Java. Which I'm going to need you to stop moving. Where are you guys going? What are you doing? What? Where did you go? You just... What? Oh well, I guess I'm defending this then. At least I'm in the mountains. Oh, they're back again. They're like, we need to hold this island in order to even stay in the civil war, so let's just abandon it. Hearts of Iron 4 AI, everyone. Hearts of Iron 4 AI. Right, let's get some more defense and breakthrough. Oh man, that would have been frustrating. Oh yeah, these left Kuomintang units are not looking too hot anymore. And in fact, I am seeing an opportunity. And when you see such an opportunity, in my experience, it's a good idea to take it. If you see such an opportunity. Oh, not that far. Oh. Ah! Full of Burgos. Nice. Okay, so the Carlists may not have much time left. Meanwhile, Princely Federation's going to die soon too, I think. And you're about to lose a bunch of troops, and then it is pretty much over for you. You will have just lost a lot of soldiers. Collins dissolves the Oireachtas. Unprecedented scenes have been reported from Ireland, where incumbent President Michael Collins has overturned the results of the latest general election. Seeing the possibility of relinquishing power in these troubled times to be putting the country too far in a precarious position, Collins has opted instead to disband the Oireachtas and rule by personal decree. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, but I can't remember how it's pronounced. This is officially described as a temporary measure in the face of the unstable situation that is gradually developing worldwide. Whether or not this is to be the case, the international media is describing this outcome to be the final result in Ireland's vulnerable position next to the Union of Britain. The direction Collins' firm hand will lead the country from now on remains to be seen. I thought he was supposed to be a Democrat. Oireachtas, thank you. Well, we need to be putting some pressure on these guys, so we're going to go ahead and attack. You can hold and recover a bit of strength. You could also do that. War economy is done, so we can now get the African war industries. African labourers will work for far less than the average German, if we pay them at all. It makes sense, therefore, to encourage the development of simple manufacturing processes suitable to Africa instead. Get me more industry. That's another infantry ready to deploy. Those guys are going up here.